on my lane, you all on my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you Nino. Plenty bitchin', whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it hunting like a C-note. Switch and keep it pimpin' every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
Hey, what's going on, Bistro family? Now, today we got the most amazing dang barbecue meatloaf. So go ahead and get you a whole yellow onion and a whole red bell pepper. Get that diced up, get that over the heat, and get that sweated down. All right, while you sweating that down, you want to go ahead and get you a bowl and get you 6 slices of bread. And I'm using honey wheat bread here, but you can use any bread of choice. But get you 6 slices of bread down and then mix that with a 1/4 cup of milk. And I'm just breaking the bread down. It don't matter how you do it, because once you put the milk on there, it's gonna get soggy and disintegrate anyway. But putting a 1/4 cup of milk on that, and then I'm go ahead and let that sit aside. All right, then go ahead and get your ground beef in a bowl. And I got about 3.5 pounds of ground beef in a bowl, and that is 85/15. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this all incorporated. We're gonna add 2 whole eggs to this, and then we're gonna season it up. And you know how I season it up. I'm using some all-purpose seasoning or some total seasoning. I am using some W sauce. And when you seasoning this meatloaf, season it to your preference. You can put some liquid smoke in there if you want to, but like I said, you seen I went in with the W sauce, the eggs, and a total seasoning. I am gonna go on with some granulated garlic and onion as well, followed by some pink Himalayan sea salt. But like I said, when you seasoning up your meatloaf, season it to your preference. And also, if you gotta test the batch, get you a saute pan and just make you a little patty of it, and just taste it to see where your seasoning's at, because that's the biggest thing when cooking meatloaf. A lot of people never know how much seasoning they have in it until they cook it. But if you go ahead and test the batch, you'll really know how much seasoning you're putting in there, because you can actually taste it and adjust it that way. But we went on here with the granulated onion, granulated garlic, and then we're gonna go ahead and start mixing this thing up once we add our bread. And the bread is like adding your breadcrumbs. I just feel like this yields more tender and juicy meatloaf doing it this way. But if you want to use dry breadcrumbs, you can. But I got this tip from the Pioneer Woman, and I just like it ever since I seen it. So like I said, and also once you're mixing this meat up, make sure your fingers are spread out, because you want to incorporate air into this. You don't want it to be a dense meatloaf. You want this thing to be kind of aerated. You don't want a dense meatloaf. So make sure your hands are spread out, and then just mix it. And then you don't want to over mix it as well. You want to just mix it until it's incorporated or combined, and then let it hang out. And then if you got to mix it some more, mix it some more. But at this point, your bell peppers and onions should be sweated down. And I did add a little bit of salt to those peppers and onions just to draw some of that moisture. But you season them how you want to as well. And you see my fingers are still open while I'm pretty much just folding this meat together and mixing everything, just getting everything all incorporated. So once you get to this step here, you're going to go ahead and add your dang barbecue sauce. Now, if you know anything about dang barbecue sauce, it's incredible, and it's made by Hoff and Pepper here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. These guys are the Goonzquads, big YouTubers, but they got some incredible sauce. Thanks to Hoff and Pepper for making this incredible sauce. And we're going to add this sauce into this meatloaf. Now, you want to get a little bit inside the meatloaf just to get the meatloaf incorporated with that dang flavor. And we also are going to take half of that bottle of dang barbecue sauce and add some dark brown sugar to it and put it over a high heat until it starts bubbling. And that's going to be our top sauce that we're going to top the meatloaf with. I actually didn't record that part, but I just gave you the recipe for it. So half of that bottle plus a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. And you can adjust that too. If you don't like it too sweet, don't add it too don't add too much, because the dang barbecue sauce has a little sweetness as well. But once you get everything mixed in, go ahead and pop this into your favorite casserole dish or a meatloaf pan and just form it into a loaf. You pretty much do this how you want to do it, but I'm forming mine into a loaf. And then I'm not gonna put the dang sauce on there initially. I know some people do, but I am gonna cook it maybe about 25% of the way, and then we're gonna start adding the sauce onto it, cook it, and then add more sauce. So we're gonna layer the sauce on there. So first time I put it in there naked, and it had a little oil in there. Like I said, this is 85-15 ground beef. So whatever little oil you have in the pan, just dump it before you start adding the sauce on there. But I'm adding the sauce on there now, and this meatloaf is only 25% of the way cooked. So we're gonna pop it back into the oven and go into maybe it's 75% cooked. And you see we got a little glaze on there. Then we're gonna add more of the dang sauce on there. Just make sure we spread it out properly, and then we're gonna add it back into the oven. And this is just creating layers with the sauce on top. Like I'm saying, it's just amazing when you do it that way, because you're gonna have layers of that sauce. And there you have it, man. The most amazing dang barbecue meatloaf from the Bistro. Thank you guys for checking this video out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dang meatloaf from the Bistro. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.